Want to make content creation super easy? Have I got a deal for you? Sit back, relax, enjoy. Just to give you a sense of how it works. So let's undo, you know, I could change the background image, for example. So I can click on any of those as you would expect and just change the text. I can move things around. I can add my own text if I want to. I'll just keep undoing just because I don't want these things. One of the things I use a lot is the object. So you may be seeing me sometimes adding the ribbons. So if I wanted to, let's say, add my URL and the background is too busy, I could do that. I can change the shape. Now with this one, I probably would go with a purple actually. So I'm just going to change the color. I think that goes nicely with that. Then I could say add text, put the text on top. Now if the text wasn't on top, I could go to layers and I could change it and I could move it underneath, but I want it on top on this instance. Let's see, so that's that. I don't like that particular text, so I'm going to go with Allegra Sans, and I think that's too big, so I'm going to go with 30, oh, actually it's too small, 36, and then I'm going to do that. Black isn't great, so I'm going to change it to white. That's much better, and then, whoops, I want it in lower caps. So there we go. Now I might sort of go, oh, I don't need it that long. So what I could do is just make this a bit shorter. And if I don't want it to be that strong, I can actually make it more opaque. So I can change it until it's almost faded, but that would be pointless. But if I want to just see a bit of the background, but also get a sense of it, let's see, 88 feels good. So that's that, but you might just want the solid color. And I might, let's see. I quite like, this is, we've got summer, I'm looking for flowers, that's the one, and I've got a favourite flower that I really like to use, so you might recognise this one as well. There we go, I really like this one, so I'm going to overlay that there. Oh, let's bring it in a bit, there we go, and I think that needs to move a little bit, and of course I can change this, so my, let's see, my favourite, because I'm talking about my favourite things, whoops, lowercase, my favourite things, and then I would move ideas down, or I'd move that up, and I could also make it smaller if I didn't want it to be 176. So if I'm writing about my 10 favourite things or my 10 favourite ideas, things, and I can change that, let's say 10 favourite things to do. There we go. And then, you know, the lines, I can move the lines down as well, or I could make that smaller, as I said. So that's that. And there are so many different things that you can add. Let's go take it from the top. So we can add shapes, all sorts of different shapes. So some of the times you see me add various shapes and bits and pieces to my various posts, different lines. I don't use the lines very often, actually. You've definitely seen me use the arrows. This one I use quite a lot. So that's where I get it from. I used the chevrons the other day in one of my posts. So that's that. You can add frames. So I could, if there was something I wanted to put a frame behind or in front of, you've got various frames to choose from there. Word stickers. Yeah, again, some of these I don't really use that often, but if you want to wake up and live, I could add that to this, for example. I'd have to change the color so you could see it, but let's just undo. So you got your word stickers, we got the banners. Have used the banners a few times actually when I'm doing special offers or things that are about to expire, only today, new, buy one get two, buy two get one free. So you've got all your banners there, you've got your labels. I've definitely used the price tags a few times in various posts. I tend to go with that one, quite like that one. And I've used this one several times as well. I think I've used that once or twice. We've got just general buttons. I've definitely used some of these before as well. So you just basically click on the one you want. Let's see, one that has a bit of, so there we go. Download now, if I was doing something for download, change the sizing, yada, yada, yada. But as I said, just undo that, undo my, and you undo in layers. If you do 10 things, then you undo twice, or you could just click on it and delete the darn thing. So that's our buttons. We've got the emojis. So if I wanted to add a fun face to this, I could do so. Could hide it in the bushes. And again, while it's highlighted with that, I could just hit the delete key and it will delete it if you don't want to use the undo if you've put a few things in. You've seen the speech bubbles before. These, I tend to like these. They really stand out, but I've played with many of them. You've definitely seen that one before if you read my e-newsletters. We've looked at the ribbons already. There are just loads. And it's just a really easy, creative way. I like the paint splash. I tend to like the gold. So there we go. Make that a bit smaller. I could have a dash of gold there. So that's our paint, but you can have all sorts of things. You can have splashes of paint. This is a good one if you're making an announcement, and then you can put text inside of it. The yellow splodge. We've got our web icons. Some you will recognize if you're doing a post and you want to say, hey, follow me on Facebook or check out my Facebook, then you would just click that, size it to what you want, and Bob's your uncle. So that's that. I'll just use the delete key. So you've got all your web icons, gradient background. My God, there's so much. So I could change the backgrounds if I want and use these different gradients. Actually, do you know what? I don't think I've used gradients before. Devices, I've used a few times. The mobile phone, the stopwatch when the clock is running out. Hobbies. Oh, actually, that's a good one with the puzzles. Haven't used that before. Oh, that'd be a good one for photo reading. So hobbies. There's just loads. We've looked at the flowers. I don't use the animals. I don't think I've used the animals before. Oh, unicorn. I'm sure there's room for a unicorn somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, let's. Oh, actually, perfect. So I'm going to leave the unicorn there. Right, thanks. That's the unicorn. We've got travel. I've used the passport before, definitely. I think I've used the airplane a few times. Food and drink. Food and drink. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Dry whites, oh, sweet white. On the rare occasions I do have one. I used the cherries the other day actually, in one of my posters. Spring. Wow. I like the flowers, you see. Haven't used that one before, but that's a good one. I think I can probably find some. Actually, I can just put that one there, or I could even put it on top of the banner, something like that. There we go. Although hides the banner a bit. Let's see, I'm going to put that there, and then I can move the text along and put that there. There we go. And if I wanted it behind the banner, I can just do the layers thing. So that's nice. Well, I think so. We've got summer. Come on, summer, where are you? We need you in the UK. So bit of summer action. We got autumn. Oh, that's nice. I think I've used the leaves. Let's see. That's like the maple leaf. I like those books actually. I'm going to use that. Oh, that's good too. I think this will be a nice colour. And again, let's size it down. And where do I want to put this? Actually, I'm just going to put it there in the corner. There we go. Oh, we got cuppa. Right, so yeah, there's just loads, absolutely loads. So I think you get the gist. Decoration, paint splash, tradition. So Chinese New Year, winter, spring, summer, autumn, love, Halloween. So and that's just the objects. That's just the objects. We've got all the backgrounds that you can choose from. Actually, I'm going to just sort of save this because I actually do want to use that. So give that a moment just to save it. I'll tidy it up in a bit, come back and edit it. There we go, 100% saved. There are things that I can upload, and also these are some of the things that I've created before. So I've just done this one, for example, for Motivation Monday for my membership group. This was, I created some feedback for someone who did the quantum entanglement remote experiment. Manifest happiness, that was a post that I did. This one was a remote experiment sharing some of the wow feedback. I did a July 4th, actually let me just, so I did a July 4th, that was the other day, 4th of July. Some of you have seen this one, the shrinkflation deal. So I'm just changing the pricing for that. This one, I'm doing a photo reading workshop in Nottingham. So I found our Sherwood Forest post. This one was the power of the beginner's mind. So I wanted an image for something that I was writing. We've got the intuitive magic of photo reading. There are just loads. So I said I used the cherries recently, and this was for the transformation experience. So it's a complete approach. It's bespoke. We're working on thoughts, feelings, mindset, physical body, neurology, energy, beliefs, and it's that whole breakthrough thing. So that's the transformation experience. Roll out the red carpet. What's this one here? Oh, this was so really great if you want to create testimonials, for example. So this was a testimonial from someone who did my Access Consciousness call. So I just chose this template. I was speaking at a summit and they hadn't included me in the summit background. So I took their poster and then I just superimposed myself onto the image. That was one I just removed the background. And then, you know, this is one where I've used that flower, Happy June. So again, all these images are sourced pretty much, I'd say 99% of these images are sourced from within Promo Republic. And yeah, this is the creator of the equipment that I'm using for the remote experiment, pairing it with Huna. The spooky action at a distance, that's what we're doing with regards to this one. Seriously, as you can see, I've created absolutely loads of stuff. Now, actually, I will be honest, I'll tell you about this one in another e-newsletter. This image comes from a different image sourcing company, but then what I did is I just uploaded it into this, added my logo and put the text there. And again, I've done the text because I've done it, you know, in that color because I didn't really want it to stand out that much, but I could very easily just change the color and have it stand out a bit more. I just, on this occasion, wanted it to sort of blend in. Seriously, you name it. This is one of the templates from there. So you might have seen this when it was May. Have an amazing May. Sneak peek. So a lot of the promos you see me share are created here in this particular app. So I'm going to add my affiliate link, and that means that same price, you'll pay the same price, but if you purchase using my affiliate link, actually it really helps with you know, paying for, because the time it takes me to create all of this, what you call assets for that e-newsletters, because this is normally what I'm creating it for, the e-newsletters, it would help to pay for some of that. So that would be absolutely lovely. So yes, this is how I use it. I will add the affiliate link, check it out. I've just had a look on their page just to make sure it's all working, etc. And they offer a free 14-day trial. So if you want to check it out for yourself, have a play, do some, you know, create some images for the next, you can sit and you can just do some bulk creation for 14 days and really get into the swing of it, and then you make a decision. Do you like it? Do you want to keep it and become a monthly customer, or is it not for you? But seriously, I use this pretty much that's out of alignment. I use this pretty much, and then if I wanted to save it, let me just show you that, because I've just noticed there was a bit of a gap. So I hit the save and it says, do I want to replace what's already there? Or let's say you wanted to edit this, change it, add some different things, you can save as new, but I just want to replace it with what was already there because I just made a little adjustment to it. And then you can download your images. And when you download your images, you can choose, let's see, so I'll do it. So download. So again, you can see the bar here. It tells you what it's doing. It's processing your image for download. Electroherbalism. It goes into my download file, and then I can choose the sizing. So I can keep it the same size, or if I'm doing it for a particular blog and I know they've got a size limit, I can actually then change the sizing as well. Now I can change the sizing within the program. So that's that. So I can save as, resize the image, copy it, share it, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to do all that because I've saved this one before. So, oops, hold on, get rid of that and do that. Right, there we go. What I can do within this image, you can then say, if you've got specific dimensions, you can actually manually do the dimensions here, up and down, or just type over it and type what you want. Or you can say, I want it for square for one of these social medias. I want a Facebook post, portrait Facebook post, Facebook cover, Facebook ad, Twitter, X, now X, Instagram post, Instagram story. And let's just say if I do Instagram story, what it does is it changes it now. So it's going to be an Instagram story. And then let's say you wanted to have that in the middle, and then you want to come back and add your objects, all the rest of it. You can just do whatever you like. Let's just have an example. I'm not going to use this as a school, but you might say time is running out. So you might want to draw people's attention to that. And then you might want to add a bit of text. It's pretty small there. So I'm going to say, all right, let's ramp this up to 99. There we go. And let's change it. Now you can have custom colors if you want. Let's just say let's say you don't see the color that you want, but you go, right, oh, I wouldn't choose, that's too light, but let's just say, so you can't see the color that you want, but you want something more to match this. Then you just go to custom. You can change the font size by moving the slider as well. I tend to just type the number in that I want. You've got your line height, your letter spacing. So if you want, if you wanted bigger spacing between the letters, or you want them really close together, then you can do all of that sort of stuff as well. And of course, you can change the font, and you've got loads of different fonts that you can use. There's a lot of them actually. So depending on what it is you're creating, you can change the font to suit. Right, well, I think that's enough of a rundown for you. So if you like this, somewhere around this video, in the description or in the links or wherever it might be, somewhere on this page, depending on where you're watching this, there I will add my affiliate link for this particular piece of software. I've been using it, oh my goodness, a good 6 or 7 years now. I absolutely love it, and it's probably one of my most used pieces of software. So hope you enjoyed the whistle stop tour. Any questions, any queries, you can ping me an email. Actually, I was going to say let me entertain you. Right, so there we go. And because this is getting, it's a silly size really, so let's go back to what we want. Hold on, oh, I know what's happened. It's because I changed I changed it so it's all the way down the bottom. So let me just pick that up, put it back there. I'm going to change it to a size that we can actually all see. Actually, that's a bit small as well, isn't it? Let's do our usual. It's not unusual. Right, there we go. So this is the email address. If you've got any questions or queries, Marilyn@transformationstm.com, Marilyn @trance, F for Freddy, so FOR, M for mother, MATIONSTM.com. Ping me an email if you've got any questions, any queries, or if you can't find the affiliate link, let me know and I will email it over to you so you can check out this fabulous piece of software. And you know, everything. The only thing I can't change on this is the image, because I actually brought the image in. Actually, let me just show you one more thing. So post ideas. Okay, yes, we're good. So if you can't think of, if you're like, oh, I don't know, I can't think of anything, what they have, oh gosh, I've got 1,500 things recommended for me, because it kind of knows the sorts of things I create. But you might say, okay, what's coming up? And you've got topics for July. And so, and you've got topics for Tuesday. Today it's Tuesday. So Transformation Tuesdays, Twitter Travel Tuesday. So you've got all of this sort of stuff. You've got things for, oh, Nikola Tesla's birthday. Oh, that's handy. I'm going to use that one. So if you want to use it, you just click use, and then it takes you back into the screen we've just been in, and you can do the editing of the words, etc. So this is very fortuitous. That's a good synchronicity, because I had no idea. I've been talking about Tesla for the past, 8 weeks now. as part of the remote experiment, because we're doing the scalar energy, the Rye frequencies, all of that sort of stuff, the spooky action at a distance according to Einstein, all of that good stuff. So we're talking about, I was talking about Tesla today and yesterday, so that's perfect. So you can say, you know, give me some topics. You can say all, and it's going to show you just loads and loads of things that are recommended for you. Or you could, so I was just doing Motivation Monday, so you can see some of the last things I was searching for, but search for motivation, hit return. There are 419 templates. So I can say see all. There are 2,429 pictures. Again, you can see all. I tend to look at the templates first because they're quite stylized. And these are things I wouldn't necessarily have taken the time and trouble to design myself. Somebody's already gone to the trouble of doing it. And then all I have to do is edit it. So I could choose this one. I could change all the words. So these pictures will remain static, but all of the words, etc., you can change. And of course, add the overlays that we've been looking at. So, and again, just type any word you want and you'll come up with all these wonderful templates that you can then use. What it also does actually, because with most of them, let's say I've just used this one, for example, I click use. What it does, if you want to put it into social media, it gives you some text, so you don't even have to write anything. You can just say, here's a playlist for today. You can then edit the image, which is what I've just done for Motivation Monday, and then whichever social media accounts you have linked to this, because what it will do, it will post to your social media accounts. You give it permission, of course, you know the drill if you already use a social media scheduler, but it's got a social media scheduler, what they call the calendar, attached to it. I don't tend to use that bit because I just post directly, and there's another piece of software that I use for social media scheduling, so I'll share that in the e-newsletter in the coming months. But there is a scheduling facility as well, so you can just create the post once, schedule it off to all of your other social media posts. So you just select the ones you want, and you can either then schedule it. You might say, I want this to go out in 2 weeks time or 2 months time, or you can do the publish now, and you also have the option to boost posts if you're putting them on your Facebook page. So my suggestion is use my affiliate link, do the 2-week trial, have a play around with it, actually create some assets so you've got a stock of things that you can use over the coming weeks, the coming months. Right, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And yeah, enjoy. Let me know how you get on, and better still, share some of your creations. And again, if you want to upload from your PC, this is the upload button. If you say I want to create the image, it takes you straight back into the blank canvas that we were in, and then you can choose what you want, and you can edit the text. So tag me in at Marilyn Devonish on social media with some of your creations. I really would love to see what you create, and don't make it aesthetically pretty, just play with all the functionality that you can, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching, and for those of you who are not on my e-newsletter list, when you land on my main website is transformationstm.com, TRANCE, F for Freddy, FORMATIONS, TM is in trademark.com. When you land on my website, what you will see is a red watch new button. So the way that I create the watch new button is I do that, I make it red, size it to how I want it, put it normally top right because that's where it is on my website, add text, do that. Let's see, what size is that text? Are we going to be good? Yeah, that's probably all right actually. Make it a color that we can see, and then that's it. So when you land on my website, click the watch new button, top right normally. A panel will slide out, and then you'll see forthcoming events. And then when you're on the home page, look top left. Actually, why don't we show you one of my favorites? I said I use this one a lot. Arrows, arrows, arrows. So when you land on the website, I'm going to spin that round. Around about there, top left, you're going to see a box where you can sign up for my e-newsletter. All right, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you want to share the affiliate link with other people, please go ahead. And the reason I'm doing this is something I used to do years ago on my e-newsletter. I'd actually have a dedicated place where I would share various deals and offers and links, and just haven't done it for a while. But I had a little bit of a shock this week, well, a couple of days ago now, it's Monday, so technically last week, where I went to the place where I get a lot of my images from, and there was just a post saying sorry, and they've closed down. Let me see. Here we go. So I'm going to do that. So it says, we are sorry. So this is the image here. I'm just putting the e-newsletter together, and I'm just explaining that I'm going to go back to sharing some of my favorite things. And then I've shared some tips about things that you can do if you have products or services that you really like using. Tell people about them. Now I have underneath the second image here that you can see underneath. This is from one of my social media posts, but I also shared it a few times in my e-newsletter, where I was sharing the link and encouraging people to check out this company. They were called Jumpstory, and this was just a note that I came across saying they've gone into bankruptcy because they weren't able to hit break even with the business, which is such a shame. So I thought I'm going to go back to what I used to do, which is sharing links of companies that I really like, because the more people that are using them, the more chance they have of surviving and thriving. And then I've just shared a few of my tips. Look, what difference can one person make is what sometimes people think. And so I've said here, look, here's some things simple things you can do. You can talk about the person or their product or service. You can share their links or pages when you see them. You're on social media, hit the share button. If you've worked with the person or the organization before, or me before, you can give them a testimonial. A written testimonial is really good. Video is even better because people connect with video. Audio as well. I've got a testimonial platform. If you don't want to do video, you can hit a button and just do audio, and then I can download the audio, for example. Now, when you see their information on social media, acknowledge them. A like, thumbs up is good. A comment about why you like them is even better. And even if you just write a few words or a quick sentence when you share their post, that allows people to just stop for a moment and go, oh, you haven't just shared it, you've said something about it, and other people will take that on board. Number 5, recommend them to other people who are in the market for what they do. And if you hear of an opportunity they would be a good fit for, put their name forward or connect them. You might say, I know the person, would you like me to connect you? And then you just send an email. Say, hey, I've been speaking to XYZ. I know you were looking for ABC. I just wanted to connect the two of you. I'll leave you to take it from here. Very simple. Number 6, if you have a subscriber list and their products or service would be a complementary fit for your audience, offer to include them in your e-newsletter. And I say complementary fit because let's just say you're a gardener. You're not necessarily going to recommend a gardener who does exactly the same as you on the same patch. Well, you could. Now, if the gardener, let's just say this gardener has a particular expertise with roses, and that's not something you do, it's complementary because you're already speaking to people who want gardening services, and you've probably got clients with roses, and that you know someone who can do amazing things and put the trellis up and knows fabulous things to help them grow and all the rest of it. So it's a complementary service. That's the sort of thing that I mean. So if it's a complementary fit for your audience, offer to include them. And number 7, if they have an affiliate program and you like what they offer, join it and share the links. This one is a win-win because you benefit when the people you know work with them. And then what I then thought is like, hold on a minute, I haven't shared my own affiliate links for years. So I've added some affiliate links for some of the workshops I've got coming up. The Happiness Generator, that's going to be later on this month. The Ultimate Transformation Retreat, that's in person. There are 3 different options in terms of location for that one, different price points. The Global Annual Coaching Program, that's online. So anyone from around the world, it's, coaching for a year, a bank of hours, and you can just draw down on them as and when you need them. The live photo reading workshop, that's taking place, if you're watching this in real time, in October. And then once you signed up for one, you automatically get notified. And normally it's a straight out, just 10%, it's 10%. For this month, this is in an e-newsletter, I'm updating it to 20% as a starter bonus, which means if one of your referrals purchased my photo reading workshop, they'd get £120, and up to £1,800 on the transformation experience, the personal retreat, if someone were to choose the platinum package, someone you've recommended. All you have to do is share the link, say a few words if you've experienced what I do before, and as the TV advert says, simples. And you don't have to design the event, you don't have to run the workshops, you don't have to deliver the workshops, you don't have to deliver the coaching. It's what people used to call money for old rope. So I shall make this a regular thing in the e-newsletter, because it's been years, I can't remember the last time I put affiliate links into my e-newsletter, so that's going to be a regular thing. But yeah, it was spurred on by the sort of shock of like, whoa, they've disappeared. I use them all the time. So when I say sometimes I import images in to the other software platform that I've just been showing to you, I've imported them in often from Jumpstory, but there is another service that I use as well, so that will appear at a later date. All right, I'm really leaving it there now. I just suddenly thought, hang on, let me tell you the backstory and context for this. So thank you. And if you want to share this video, please feel free to do so. If you want to join the affiliate program and you're not on my e-newsletter list, then just ping me an email. And all you have to do is you join once with one program, and then every time I add a new workshop, program, etc., it emails you and says you've qualified to share this one as well. And then you use the individual links. And I set it for 60 days. I very rarely have refunds. I can probably count on one hand the number of refunds I've had in the last 23.5 years. I think it's 4, which isn't bad for 23.5 years. And 2 of those were because they changed their mind and wanted to do something else. Anyway, but I leave it for 60 days because the people who are getting in touch are not necessarily my clientele, so they might not know exactly what I do, and for some people that's a bit of a shock. They're like, who now? Tarot? So it's set for 60 days. So once somebody's happy in that time, they've most likely had their service delivered as well. And then at the end of that time, you can choose if you want it to go to PayPal. It's normally PayPal. The money then gets sent over to you. So yeah, feel free to share this if you know someone else who would benefit, would like to take part, or if you know other entrepreneurs who have to create images, so the images here, this one was created in Promo Republic. Now you've seen it, you'll probably recognize it. No, that one wasn't. With that one, I've got another version of this where I went into Promo Republic and added some banners, etc. You just saw that one in the video. This one was this is AI, that's me, AI'd, but I have got a version of this for the Tarot and Huna Big Clearing Call where I've added the banner and put some text on it. So that was all done in Promo Republic. This one where I said the quote, this was all done in Promo Republic. So it's a testimonial. So I just added the text, added my URL. So yes. So now you know what's behind the magic curtain in terms of creating many of the images that you see. And again, that was one of the banners. Do you know what I mean? So now you've seen it, and it's really easy. It still takes time. You've got to go in, choose everything, lay it all out, blah, blah. And I said the quotation mark, the speech bubble. This was the speech bubble. So I got the image. Some people, I just put in dancing, added the text that I wanted. And then that was that. So yes. Right, well, check them out. Give them some love. Keep them going. Shout out to Promo Republic, Marilyn Devonish, the NeuroSuccess coach from transformationstm.com. Over and out. Catch you later.